Hello and welcome to the franchisee user demo of the Hatch platform. Over the course of this video, I'll be showing you the key functionality on how the app works for the user and how it matches them to advertisements and franchisor brands. So jumping into it, as you can see, it's first of all, it is a mobile web application. So people download and they commence filling in a profile. So they insert their name and details. This is our filtering, so simple things as locations where they're looking to open a business, the industry that they're interested in, the franchise type, whether it's owner, operator, investor, master, area developer for those big ambitious people, the category being bricks and mortar, work from home, mobile. So some very simple filtering that is taking place there. We then move into maximum investment level, and those who are in recruitment know that some people don't know how to calculate their net worth. So we've designed this really clever calculation which assists the prospect understanding their maximum borrowing capacity by inserting their property values. The bank is typically lending up to 80% LVR. Outstanding mortgages, cash on hand gives them a total available capital to invest. And typically businesses go 50-50. So we multiply it by 2 and we end up with that figure. Moving on, we jump into what is now the psychological profiling. And this is a series of questions, drag and drop. We've got a gamification or progress bar up here. We're not going to go through each question. This is just for illustration purposes only. The next screen after this, we have built in a singular application form because, a user inquires with one brand, they have to fill in one application form. If they inquire with 4 brands, they have to fill in 4 application forms. So we're just simplifying it by having a singular application form that people can access. Now, the user has completed all of the profiling and filtering, and straight away what happens is we place the advertisements from the franchisor that best matches all of the filters, but is sorted by overall compatibility, being the highest compatibility first. As you can see, it's a drag over, swipe over, and you can load more opportunities. We've also built in here top 5 best matching brands. These brands may have not advertised a listing in the area, however, really, really compatible. So we do want to showcase them. And then there's some evidence out of the US where people who may have inquired in a certain industry end up in a very different industry. So what we thought we'd build into it is a top 5 in each one of the industry categories that people are best matched to. We've built in some functionality being compare and favorites so that you can look at businesses against each other and shortlist them. We'll go through them very soon. So if I click on the advertisement, this is where you now see the landing page that the franchisor built on their side. As you can see, it is fully immersed in the brand, the tonality, the imagery, and it really creates a replication of what the brand is trying to get across and the look and feel touch so that buyers can get a real feel for what the business is about. Straight away, you see the overall compatibility. So if users want to dive in, we've got the match details here as well. Very similar screen. But if we press this, the full transparency of the platform, you can see the brand overview, and then we get into the psychological match. So, it's both sides of the party that are actually seeing how compatibility works and whether it's the right fit for them. Up the top here, we have shortlist, we have compare, inquire, but we've also built out this functionality called share, meaning that a person has inquired with a business and they need to talk to their partner or their advisor. They can share the opportunity with their match details or without their match details. So they select this and it brings up the sharing function on the mobile device, making it so easy just to share the opportunity. If I click on inquire, it actually brings up the listing that I'm inquiring for that brand, but it'll also bring up other listing opportunities in the vicinity if I was to consider it. I also consent to sharing my application details with the brand. Jumping into the compare function. So I've got a number of businesses that I will now want to compare against each other. So you can see the overall compatibility, you can see the culture and the overall compatibility, the cultural fit. So again, full transparency, as well as comparing the opportunity details. This is information about the business, the year it was established, and the industry it plays in, etc., etc. We then have our favorites. Very simple. You save a listing that you like and you can revisit it as many times as you want. We have the inbox functionality. This is where you'll see your messages, but you'll also see the invitations from franchisors. So if I click on invitations, you'll see that I've got an invitation here from Bunnings. I can read what it's all about and I can choose to accept the invitation or not. So I can accept it. There we go. Invite accepted. Going back to messages, highlighting the messages. So from a representation point of view, this is a really important functionality. All of the direct messages are to and from at this point. And you can see that it's instant messaging. So you're messaging the recruiter straight away and the recruiter is messaging the user straight up. So fully notification. We've also with respect to working with lenders, and no representation, Westpac is one of them just yet. But we are building in this functionality that when a deal moves to the due diligence phase, we've got the ability to inquire with the banks where we can share our information that we want. So our application, our profile, our business plan, cash flow, etc. We can share it with the lender so the lenders can make a decision on the business loan. We also, jumping into the account security, so account details can be updated. We've also updated the application form if you like. We've got notification settings and security to change the password. So there you have it, a very straightforward application that is very convenient and matches people based on overall compatibility to further drive efficiencies for recruitment employees and franchises, and making sure all stakeholders is a very fruitful relationship.